Welcome back to the Citizen Kelly Show, my fellow citizens. I'm Citizen Kelly. Happy, thankful, full of love and enthusiasm, but never so much so as tonight, because we are here with Karl Loepke from Skeptic Distilleries, right? And Karl is not only the sponsor of the Citizen Kelly Show, the new season of the Citizen Kelly Show, TV and radio, by the way, but he is also the sponsor of something that's very near and dear to my heart, and that is the Citizen Kelly School of Irish Music. Karl, thank you very, very much.
You're very welcome.
For keeping Irish music in Chicago alive. And as I tell my students at the Citizen Kelly School of Irish Music, if they say it is impossible, remember, it is impossible for them, not for you. Okay? That's why the Citizen Kelly Show is so important, because we are trying to make sure that future generations understand that they can do anything, absolutely anything. And that's why, very important, they need to go to citizenkelly.com right now and sign up for the newsletter. Because when the Chinese robots delete, Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, Jesus, Citizen Kelly, right? The only people in the future who will actually have access to knowledge, real knowledge, are the ones who actually have a subscription to the Citizen Kelly newsletter. So that's why I'm telling everyone, please do yourself a favor. Go to citizenkelly.com right now. And while you're there, by the way, you can order Skeptic gin and vodka. Enter promo code Citizen Kelly. And Karl?
20% off your order, or free shipping, or also free shipping if you order $100 or more worth of products.
$100 of order.
Like 3 bottles, essentially.
What? 3 bottles, and you get the free shipping, and you get to start your day the Citizen Kelly way: eggs, bacon, and Skeptic gin, right? That's the way you want to start your day. And what more do you need to know? What more do you need to know? The secret to the Citizen Kelly media empire, right? And I can honestly tell you this right now, Karl, you also have a secret. Okay, I know. But Skeptic Distilleries is, I believe, there is you have your own way of actually distilling the gin, the vodka, the whiskey coming soon. Yeah. And do you want to tell my fellow citizens a little bit about that?
Yeah, we are actually the only distillery in America that I know of that does all of our spirits through cold vacuum distillation. So we built our own still. We distill everything at about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And that allows all the flavors to come over, fresh flavors that we infuse into the gin, the flavors of the grains and everything in the beer, even hops will come through in the whiskeys when we start to make them. So you'll get some really interesting flavors and things that you didn't think were possible.
Well, I'm not a skeptic, first of all. Okay? I've never been a skeptic in my life. And I know some people might say that is why I'm, maybe call that naivete, right? That somehow that makes me naive. But the reason you named your gin and your vodka and your distillery, of course, Skeptic Distillery, Skeptic, is because your goal in life is to win over skeptics.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly right. And that's why what I discovered is that you and I have a lot in common. Obviously, you're also a philosopher king,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the interesting thing about it is that we, G-Law, have been. I mean, what if nothing else, we have been winning over skeptics for our entire lives, from the beginning of the Citizen Kelly media empire and even before. All we've ever been doing, the only thing that we've been doing is winning over skeptics, right? So how ironic is it, Gila?
Well, not only that, like on a fundamental basis, his very process is different from what everyone else does. I mean, why is he doing something different? What did he recognize that's unique, and why is he doing it? That's really my question. I mean, why isn't everyone doing what you're doing?
Because it's not easy, and there's a traditional way of doing the distillation that everybody just basically ascribes to. They purchase a machine, they get a manual, they learn how to do it, and then they just go. So we started with a process that's kind of advanced. I would say requires some special equipment. Anybody could probably do it if they knew how to do it, but nobody's doing it, and there's a reason why. It's hard to do. It's hard to pull off.
Yeah.
But you get a better product.
But you do get a better product. People that have ever experienced it before, just on a small scale, they know the product is fresher, it's smoother, removes impurities
Absolutely.
better. It's just a superior process, I think.
Absolutely. I could taste the difference right away. Okay. And I mean that. I mean, very, very sincerely. I remember the very first time I met you right here at Citizen Kelly Tower, right?
Yeah.
You were here, I think it was for the Juniper Gin Fest. You came to Citizen Kelly Tower, and we were able to arrange that. And that was the first time that I tasted your product, the Skeptic Gin, obviously. And I knew right away that it was different. It was different. I mean, it really, it was clean. It was first of all, it was very sweet. It was almost floral. I felt like I was drinking Cartier perfume. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever drank Cartier perfume?
Can't say that I have.
Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out.
I might have to try it.
You might have to try it. But it literally smelled like Cartier perfume. That was the smell, okay? And then when I tasted it, it had a very citrusy quality to it. And that was before you blended it. You actually mixed it with anything.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it literally tasted like I was, like you had just literally squeezed a lime and a lemon and maybe a tangerine and then like mixed it together, and I was drinking it, and it made me feel great. It made me feel like first of all, it made me feel healthy, okay? It made me feel healthy. It was like all of a sudden, I was like, wait a second, I don't even need these prescription glasses anymore. What the hell's going on here? And then I like looked, and then like after the show, I looked in the mirror, and like my skin was clear. I was like, what? How did I go from like this morning, I've got like all these like pimples, and then like after I drank the Skeptic Gin, like my skin is clear as a bell.
We said his process removes impurities. That's probably what it is.
There it is. So it's like an antioxidant, and then what happened? And then what happened was, the other thing that was weird about it was like, like sometimes I'm a little worried about my breath, that maybe I have bad breath. Do you know what I'm saying? My breath was like, it was literally like, it was like minty fresh.
For like a week later.
For like a week. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, like literally, supermodels were walking up to me on the street and like kissing me on the lips because of how fresh my breath was.
That was like from a mile away too.
From a mile away. It was like they could smell it, and then they just like made a beeline from my lips.
It was like a beacon.
It was like a beacon. Do you know what I'm saying? And so all I can say, first of all, let me just say this. Make no mistake about it, my fellow citizens. Skeptic Distilleries, go to citizenkelly.com, order your Skeptic Gin and vodka right now, promo code CitizenKelly, 20% off. But you better be careful. You've been warned right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Most like alcohol products, they have the, warning, blah, 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 right? Well, with Skeptic Distilleries, there's a Citizen Kelly warning that I want to slap on the label here, Karl. Warning: you drink your Skeptic Gin and vodka, you're going to be hounded by supermodels. Hounded, okay? So you better be. That's the one warning that I think that in good conscience, if you're going to imbibe on this Skeptic Gin and vodka, in good conscience, I just want my fellow citizens to know, you will be hounded by supermodels. Literally hounded.
So, what happens if I drink Skeptic gin?
Well, then you will be an even greater attorney than you currently are, and you will probably be elected Cook County State's attorney. So you better be careful what you wish for, G Law, my attorney. By the way, Carl, I would like to recommend G Law to be your House counsel.
Okay.
Yeah, G Law. Although, I mean, when she gets elected Cook County State's attorney, she might have to.
Might be a little too busy.
Yeah, she might be a little busy. But yeah, I know. G-Law, she doesn't want to do it. But I have a feeling that there's going to be a draft G-Law for Cook County State's Attorney in September. And you know when the date to circulate petitions is? Believe it or not? I'm not one of these guys that believes that everything is like preordained, like in the stars, some celestial like body is preordaining our destiny, right?
Right.
But guess when we begin circulating petitions for 2020, including Cook County State's Attorney and U.S. Senate, as if anyone cares about that, right? Here in the state of Illinois, guess when we start circulating those petitions?
The 4th of July?
No. And thank God, because the 4th of July, we're going to be at the Rib Fest. But
great place to circulate 'em.
Exactly right. You better believe it. And no, it's not going to be July 12th or 14th because we're going to be at the Irish Fest. That's right, with Skeptic Gin and Vodka at the Irish Fest, right? So you know what? You know what that means, G-Law? I need you to postpone my elective surgery to at least, you got to push it back to at least July 15th now, okay? So I need you to make sure that Dr. Weinstein understands that we're not going to be there until after July 15th now, okay? So can you reschedule that for me?
Yes.
Okay, good. And by the way, I'd like to thank Dr. Weinstein for being the sponsor of the Citizen Kelly Makeover. And we're going to be giving all the details of the Citizen Kelly Makeover. Okay, I don't know what the heck he thinks he's going to make over. You know what I mean? You can't improve on this, right? But we're going to be announcing all of those details on the show live here at Citizen Kelly Tower, 9 p.m., June 24th. Okay? The Citizen Kelly Makeover, the Citizen Kelly Tour of Ireland, and of course, we're going to have the Citizen Kelly School of Irish Music here, okay, to perform. June 24th. But before then, we will be with Karl from Skeptic Distilleries at the Rib Fest, July 4th.
5th, and 6th. And we're actually the only liquor sponsor there. We'll be serving vodka lemonades and gin and tonics, doing little tastings.
There it is.
Check it out.
The Rib Fest at Broadway and Lawrence?
Broadway and Lawrence, yeah.
Broadway and Lawrence, my favorite cross street.
Beautiful uptown.
I love it more than anything else in the world. Then we'll be at the Irish Fest, July 12th and 14th. And then we'll be at the Halfway to St. Patrick's Day party, which also just happens to be the first day to circulate petitions in the state of Illinois for Cook County State's Attorney and U.S. Senate. It's written in the stars. And we'll be back with more Citizen Kelly after this.